Hi, my name is Casey Ryan, and this is my review video for weeks 2 through 5. Alright, so in week 2 we dove into exploring close reading and how it can be very important in students' literacy development. Close reading provides students with deeper reading experiences and can be used in a variety of texts to promote student understanding, and it's a really great strategy because teachers can provide students with challenging reading assignments, but through close reading, students can build up their skills that they'll need to comprehend the challenging readings eventually on their own. Having command of close reading practices is referenced in the EdTPA, so learning this straight off the bat in this class sets the scene in a way for everything we're working towards in this program. And also in week 2, we were able to draw connections between EdPsych and why things such as the ZPD, schema, scaffolding, and differentiation are important to ELA instruction. And effective instruction, as we discuss more in week 3, should really take into consideration all of these concepts to promote student engagement in their learning experiences. And in week 3, we started by diving into the importance of academic language and vocabulary instruction, which is a major component of the EdTPA. And this week's learning content has helped me to add certain strategies for vocabulary instruction to my toolbox, and has helped me to understand why it is important for effective ELA instruction. And the readings on academic language and vocabulary have also proven to be useful in the construction of my instructional unit plan, which is essentially a great way to practice implementing this knowledge in the EdTPA. And we also worked this week on familiarizing ourselves with the Common Core State Standards, and this has helped me to prepare for the EdTPA because I have in the past struggled with the Common Core State Standards, but this continual exposure has really made me more seemingly able to interpret and adapt these standards into the lesson plans I create. In week 4, our readings and class time outlined ELA instructional sequencing, and we were able to draw connections between our lesson plan templates for the different cohorts and the effective strategies for sequencing that were set forth in the reading. This has helped me to understand the overall structure of a successful lesson plan and the components that are included, because it provides me with a chronological order in which to provide my students with resources in order to allow their learning to build off of their prior experiences. And we also explore the concept of background knowledge and why it's important in promoting student learning. So this can be related to the EdPsych concept of schema that we discussed in week 2, and how students can use their background knowledge to assimilate and accommodate new information into their existing schemas. We also read about Burke's 10 Elements of Effective Instruction, which I thought was a really great resource, as it's a seemingly comprehensive list of things to be taken in consideration when developing lessons and unit plans, which is what we're currently working on. So it's been nice to be able to refer back to those 10 elements and just make sure that I am not missing anything. And finally, this last week, we spent a lot of time discussing what's expected of us in the instructional unit plan that we are creating. And this has helped us to gain a deeper understanding of how we should approach this assignment, and introduced us to just how heavily we should rely on being able to explain why we've designed our instruction the way we did. So this will help in the EdTPA, as I am under the impression that I'll have to be able to back up why I'm doing and choosing to do what I'm doing with support and reasoning. So being able to use scholarship now to provide evidence for effective instructional strategies is very great practice, I would say. And it really holds me accountable for the units I design and ensures that I'm utilizing those resources that are provided to me. So finally, we discussed Burke's chapter on teaching reading, and I found the information about the 3 domains of difficulty to be very informative in a way, because that was something that I didn't yet understand on the ELA scale. And so having this knowledge will help me in really differentiating my instruction and being able to assess students on what their needs are when it comes to their difficulties in reading. And over the last few weeks, my progression of learning has expanded throughout this classwork. My comfort level when it comes to thinking about the EdTPA has become more and more undaunted as I've gained insight into really what will be expected of me through this first unit plan assignment. And I look forward to seeing what the learning experiences are in store for me in the upcoming weeks. Thank you.